Fantissimo. Alright, did it start? Fantastic. First try. Alright. Coliseum. I'm gonna knock out this. The elf. Again, I think it's the best warm-up character. Because his kit's very basic. Except for starting out with... I hit the wrong thing. Alright, I need to... Well, that's embarrassing. Alright.
Poor little turkey. Just an innocent bystander killed in cold blood.
Alright, just put a lot of eggs down right there. That's fine. Hi, Sith Morak and Lord Cephalion. You're about to start the Thor campaign walkthrough. I finished the Necromancer and the... Oh, got hit by the whirlwind. It's fine, I don't need it anyway. I'm too good at killing to need food.
Keep that up and you'll stay alive for at least a while.
I'll go ahead and grab it. Hey, thanks, Vigo. Yeah, I'm always a little self-conscious about first-person shooters since I have a mechanical keyboard, and I know some people don't like the clicking and the clacking. But, that's what I got, so take it or leave it. Yeah, actually, someone had recommended me that game. I had forgotten completely about it. I did some research. It turns out I was wrong about the year that I played it. The demo disc that I played was from 2003. Whoops. Yeah. Oh, tower, okay. But it is weird that the first-person shooter they made for Warhammer 40k was with the Tau instead of one of the more staple races, like, you know, mankind. Whoops, I missed. Oh well. I do like how I can bounce the attack off the tower.
An amazing feat for a mortal. Well done.
Yeah, I think that game's gonna get really hard. The Fire Warrior. Can't move! What am I stuck on?
Elf needs food badly.
I'm trying to save that big guy for last. I'll take care of these darn egg sacs first. Oh, that was close. I should have rolled away there. Yeah, someone in the comments section of my last channel update reminded me about it. Thank goodness. This is gonna be a quality Let's Play.
Your life force is running out.
Yeah, Tao's one of my favorite races in Dawn of War, Dark Crusade. I missed! Missed again. That's not good. So I've got a backup life. I should be okay. Missed again. Alright, it's time to panic. You take a deep breath, relax. Missed. Alright, I feel like I should be missing that frequently. Oh no! That's not good. Alright. Well, thanks. I'll take that, considering I am immortal. Alright, roll past the whirlwind. Heck yeah. I wish the whirlwind would affect the enemies, though. Be a nice balancing decision, I think. So you could use the environment to your advantage. There's no harm in that. Alright. Get rid of that guy. So nothing but causing me trouble. Kite for your life.
Too easy.
Alright. Oh, crap. And done. Whew. Yeah, I prefer the Tower over the Eldar. They're nothing compared to Orcs and Necrons. Two of my favorite races. Alright, do the Necromancer next. Do I have enough for my next piece of equipment that I wanted? No. No, wait, that's not the one I wanted. This, 81,000. Really? I thought the Tau manipulated the, sorry, the Eldar manipulated the Tau, not that they were created by them. Also, I think my stream may have cut out already. Did my internet go out? 1 second. Nope, internet's still up. Alright, there we go. Alright, it's back. Yeah, my laptop's being super slow. So I apologize. Whoops. Off to a good start. One second, I'll read the comments
I don't usually eat food
in a second. Really not a big fan of him just taking out all my ads like that, but that's okay. Luckily I can just dash through these guys. Yeah, I think she has a little bit more trouble with the giant spider fights than the other classes. There we go. Unless you position your ads right, or you get lucky. Alright, 1 second. I guess that would make sense. Or the Tau could have been like the Galaxy's attempt at fighting the Chaos. Stupid whirlwinds, man.
Death takes all.
Alright, let me catch up on the comments real quick. I have pretty solid knowledge on the lore of Warhammer 40k, except for the Tau are one of my weak spots. Yeah, the Tau are in a little bit of trouble when it comes to the Tyranids. Yeah, wah. 44 is not that old. Yeah. Well, that's what I like. Again, that's one of the highlights of the franchise, is that everything's left vague enough so you can come up with your own theories and stuff. Also, so they can make make money off of it. Because absolutes can be a dead end for profiting off the franchise.
This is the power of the dead.
Yeah, I spent a lot of time reading about the old 40k lore. Alright, that's gonna take out most of those guys. That was arguably a waste, but I have 2 lives, so. It's a neat rumor, but I know I've heard of the Eldar manipulating the Tau before. Or something along those lines, anyway.
Death takes all.
Yeah, actually, I went back and I looked up the actual demo disc for the, that I played for Fire Warrior on previously. It was demo disc 72 for the PlayStation Magazine. I also had a demo for Sphinx in the Shadow of Set, Return to Castle Wolfenstein Resurrection. I thought it was the one that had the dev blog about Primal on it. But I don't think it was. I think I had another one that had that on there. No, I wouldn't compare it. It's not that vague. It's mostly... It's a different type of vague, I guess. So I wouldn't compare those two types of storytelling. Well, that's bound to happen.
The endless cycle.
Yeah. But I do like when they allude to certain things. Like, obviously, they don't give us a definitive answer, but allusions are always fun because it adds to the speculation.
I take it away.
That's why I like the 40k lore subreddit. Some really good theories on there.
Another spirit broken.
I've had a couple good ones myself. Never posted anything without all my posts are responding to someone else's theory, typically. But I haven't played any of it. I've been saving it for a Let's Play. So I'm hoping that it's good.
Warrior.
I think Cleave is the way to go here. Or whirlwind, whatever it is. Alright, so this guy's gonna be a little annoying. Couldn't get out of it. Missed my attack. That's fine.
Ah, a feast for kings.
Easy peasy. Yeah. I heard that the newest one, the co-op one, because they made it more open world or whatever. Which, I don't think there's really a reason for.
Such bravery. Keep that up and you stay alive for at least a while longer.
Alright, whirlwinds. Y'all need to back up.
You are no match for me.
Yeah, I think that's an interesting one. But also, I don't know, I feel... I'm also a little split about it. Because he's supposed to be the embodiment of humanity, and if he wants humanity to succeed, how is the heresy going to benefit humanity? So while... It's definitely not one of my favorite theories. Not that it's a bad one, but it doesn't fit my my narrative. But yeah, I also haven't played the third Fear. I haven't played the second Fear either. I've only played the first Fear. Back when it was new. I'm stuck! I'm stuck! I'm stuck! I'm stuck! There we go. Let's try and ignore these guys for now. Can dodge.
The champion returns.
Alright, that didn't work. He's too fast. I can't get my attack off. I think I'm stun locked like this. There we go. Yeah, I don't think they can ever be completely destroyed, but they can definitely be weakened severely. I messed up! Ah, darn it. That's fine.
Welcome back, warrior.
Alright, enough of that.
You create, I
Because then, like,
destroy.
with the whole Emperor knowing the heresy's coming and stuff, I feel like the whole quote with the Grey Knights and stuff, him when he created the Grey
The
Knights,
crowd goes
I
wild.
feel like it doesn't make as much sense.
Valkyrie.
But I mean, demons can be... We know demons can be killed permanently. The Emperor can do that. So I'm wondering if he could do that to a Chaos God. Come on now. What are the chances of that? I can't get out. I'm stuck.
The food was destroyed by the oh so skillful Valkyrie.
There we go. Oh, cool. They just die on my... Okay. They just die on my shield. That's pretty neat. Not a fan of that. Well, it didn't damage me, at least. Alright. Help out, guys. Oh, get back into a corner. I got surrounded. Yeah, and that's well. I mean, Chaos needs life to survive, so. Let's cut through some of these egg sacs. Oh, what the heck? I'm not doing well with the Valkyrie here.
I need to replenish my strength.
Alright, so let them kill themselves on my shield. Alright. Yeah, because with Horus winning, it would eventually everybody would kill each other. Right? Was that the thing with that? I don't remember now.
A Valkyrie's aim is true.
Oh, something like that. Because that's why, again, why Alpharius and Omegon, or the Alpha Legion sided with the traitors. Alright, one second. Falling behind on chat again. Well, again, the Emperor's killed demons that are, but yeah, stumbled over my words real hard there. Demons are parts of the larger Chaos Gods, so maybe... Maybe they are in a different ballpark. There we go. Oh, that doesn't kill him. Alright, my bad. I prefer the melee classes over the Necro. Well, the Necro is actually described as being a medium-range melee class. I don't think I agree with that. Whoops. Shot my guard a little too soon.
Back in the fight with blade and shield.
Yeah, I guess that's true. A lot of Chaos Gods have died. I always forget about the Eldar Gods. Because they're all dead. Well, most of them.
An amazing feat for a mortal.
There we go. Yeah, there's a Clown God in Chigorak, and there's also
Wish I'd brought some clear versions.
Isha's still alive.
Valkyrie, you are about to die.
She's being held captive in Nurgle's garden. Whoops.
Welcome back, Valkyrie.
So that's the thing, I thought Khorne actually just killed Kayn. Or Khorne was gonna kill Kayn and then Slaanesh got involved. Actually, I don't remember that very well. I know there was a conflict between Khorne and Slaanesh over Kayn.
A Valkyrie's aim is true.
Well done.
My strength is running out.
Valkyrie needs food badly.
I need to replenish my strength.
So it's hard for me to recall a lot of the lore that we're talking about while I'm playing. Give me 1 second, and I'll answer some questions. This game takes a little bit of focus. Alright, perfect, done. Alright, yeah, Slaanesh, but Khorne was mad. Because didn't Slaanesh get involved because Khorne was going to fight Kayn? There was definitely conflict there. A favorite 40k faction and race? It's... I really like the Space Wolves. They're my favorite Space Marine faction. And probably my favorite faction overall. But I also like the Necrons and the Orcs. Alright, so yeah, Slaanesh, because Slaanesh had rights to Kayn because Slaanesh is very intertwined with the Eldar. So that makes sense. I'm just short of upgrading that.
Welcome.
Yeah, I'm glad they revamped the Necron story a little bit too, instead of just killing all living creatures.
Welcome.
Now they actually have a better setting, I guess.
Let's see how you fare against the power of the dead.
A cursed tomb, no doubt filled with ancient warriors to slay. The perfect start to my legend. A shame there's no one here to see it.
Deep lore. I think there's deep lore in 40k. It's all pretty stereotypical. What's a couple? I guess a couple nuances thrown in here and there.
Ah, the dead rise from their graves to test their mettle against Thor.
Yeah, they are the Tomb Kings in space. Almost every faction can be tied into, both fantasy and 40k can be tied together. Oh, Vigo, did you see where someone had posted something on Reddit about the squats being teased? The squats might be coming back. For those of you who don't know, squats are space dwarves. And they were kind of just done away with. There are humans that lived on... They're in an ab strain of... An ab... What's it called? A mutation, an ab... It's called an ab strain? I don't remember. Basically, they're humans that had adapted to high gravity planets and lived underground.
You are no match for me.
Yeah, there's a lot of pop culture references in 40k. There's not a lot of original ideas in 40k. Or fantasy, for that matter. Though I do wish they would go back with the Space Wolves and make them into Vikings instead of wolves. Because that's their aesthetic. Like, they've really gone all in with the old wolf stuff. Okay, that's neat. Alright, I'm gonna try to make this my no-death run with Thor. Oh yeah, no, I think they don't really belong in the 40k thing, but I don't mind having more reintroduced to the franchise. Yeah, they are silly in this setting.
crowd goes wild.
Maybe, I don't think they're actually gonna bring him back though. I think just the because it was like that. It's like a transmission
Seems to like killing even more than eating.
thing. I think it was just a
Food like that.
nod to the squats. Not that they're actually gonna bring him back. How is he not staggered?
You are no match for me. And the crowd goes wild.
I can't hit you. Come here. You jerk. Stop backing up. There we go. The tabletop? Well, I guess it has to be the tabletop. There's still been no gameplay for the video game. It's starting to irritate me. Whoops. So I really want to play it, but it's not out yet.
You've cleared your first hurdle.
Alright, give me that.
Will only get worse.
Ah, somehow I got stuck to the wall. Well, if that's the case, I wonder if they'll have the same model in the video game when it comes out. That'd be neat. So I am a sucker for dwarves.
This place makes my stomach turn. Let's find something to kill.
What? No. What's that thing doing here? It's not time yet. I would run if I were you.
No, I'm working on it.
You cannot defeat death incarnate.
Let's clear the air on some, or clear out some of these enemies. Give me that.
For Thor.
Yeah, Necromunda is another one of those areas in the lore I'm not super familiar with. I know it's a tabletop. I know it's an Imperial Fist recruiting world. I know there's a lot of gang activity. But I don't know a lot about the gangs themselves. Felt like death sped up right there. Whoop. So I feel like I am getting rusty in some of the lore. There's a lot of the stuff I've been involved with lately has just been Space Marines. I guess the same could be said of Games Workshop. Though I did really like... I am a big fan of the... Silent King's model. Oh yeah, also they released a model for the Void Dragon. Not entirely what I was expecting it to look like, but it's still a really cool looking model. Are you talking about specifically Necromunda? Or just tabletop in general? But I'm excited. I really hope they do more with like the Void Dragon and the Mechanicus going forward. I'm really excited to see where that goes. Oh boy. Oh, ran into death. That's my bad. Yeah, they really do.
I live again. Fear and tremble.
I'm excited for some more Necron lore. Oh, yeah, I know. So I was just reading about the Games Workshop has really put good work comment, not the Necromunda comment. I know they're not a Necromunda. It's an Imperial Hive world. A little awkward if it's also a Tomb world. Run away! Yes, or at least a shard of it is the one sleeping on Mars. But I think that, what's his face? The Silent King has a shard of it as well. Because the model for the Silent King, he has a Catan shard in his throne. You can see it like at the top part of it. But then they also released a separate model for the Void Dragon for the shard. I hope it gets exciting, because then you have that talk with the Man of Iron where they said they would be disappointed when they found out who the Omnissiah was. It's supposedly the Void Dragon, so... I'm looking forward to that little revelation. Alright, let's do more of Thor. I want to try this out. Yeah, warriors do have the same weakness in most games. They don't have the versatility that other classes have.
Ah, you're still alive. Welcome then to the scene of your death. Let the games begin.
Ha! An arena! Feels like home. But where are all the spectators?
Keep that up and you'll stay alive for at least a while longer.
Whoops, lost my crown. Oh gosh. Alright, 1 second, I got something going off my foot. What is that? Huh. Maybe it's just falling asleep. I don't know.
You are no match for me.
Has done all these guys? Heck yeah.
Well fought.
And the fact that they're adding a Void Dragon model, though, they have to be doing something with that lore. Because I always assumed that it was the whole Catan that was on Mars, but knowing that it's just a shard, well, I think it's been verified that it's been a shard for some time. But I always hoped that it was the whole Void Dragon on Mars, but now it's confirmed that it's not. That's a little disappointing, considering that's supposed to be one of the strongest
The Legion
Catan.
awaits you.
These look like warriors' graves. Champions of the dead, come and face me. Rattling bones of ancient warriors. Your time is past. Make way for the
Well, that can't be right.
champion.
Say, you telling me you wouldn't try the whirlwind tactic in a fist fight? It's my go-to move. Bring it down, super spin attack. Do I need this for anything? Is there a crack up here? No. A lot of barrels, though. The outsider's supposed to be, Shoot, which one's the outsider? Is he the one that exists outside the galaxy? Or the one that's, like, in his own solar system that's blocked off? I think we talked about that on the stream not long ago. So you have the Nightbringer, you have the Flayer, who, when he was killed, he cursed the Necrons with the Flayer virus. Then that's why they stopped killing them and they started sharding them instead. But some people believe that he became the Flayer virus, that he's not actually, that he wasn't actually killed. I don't think that he was actually killed, but they have the power to. Whoops. To really mess up reality when they get killed, since they are gods of reality. Oh, is he the one that's powering Trazen's collection then? Yeah, so the one that's in the solar system, no one knows which Catan. No one knows which one it is. But it's blocked off because supposedly a whole Catan is dwelling in that,
Treasure.
Can I break this table? Nope. Is dwelling in the solar system or something. Like, he's just a massive Catan. Of course, that's just speculation.
I should have smashed that summoning stone.
Remember,
Whoops.
don't destroy food.
I don't know, the Catan have always been a really fascinating topic for me in 40k. Because again, they're one of the few beings that aren't dependent on the warp for like absurd power levels. Like, they're entirely based in reality.
I claim my bounty.
Whoops. Which I think is neat. Because you don't see a lot of that. Because all the like godlike beings are warp entities.
The smashing of that summoning thing is long overdue.
Which one did you not know? I think they don't drink stars anymore because they started drinking souls. So when they were given bodies, they were given corporeal forms by the Necrons. That was part of their agreement, if I'm not mistaken. So they no longer have to drink stars, but that's why they have people worship them as gods. Because they would eat souls instead. Or life essence. Maybe it was life essence, not souls. Because they're not associated with the warp.
A necromancer. How did he get in here?
You create, I destroy. This is what true strength means.
He's turning. You're in for a treat now.
Yeah, there's one or two, because supposedly there's one that exists outside the galaxy as well. They might be the same one. I was discussing it with somebody on the internet. So I couldn't remember exactly what the system was that he was located in, that it was supposedly where he was located. It was blocked off by like the Mechanicum and stuff.
Ah, more for Thor.
So that, supposedly the Mechanicum knows that Catan is there. And has that system blocked off.
Ah, treasure.
Oh, whoops. I suppose there's another one that exists outside the galaxy or something.
Returns. Ha! Evil sorcerers always make for a great crescendo.
But again, that might be the same Necron. I think I already said that. Or same Catan. Yeah, good old Necrons. They're also extremely powerful in Dawn of War. I know it's not comparable, but a 50% chance to come back is really good in a game based on resources. That's fair. I tend to browse a little bit of everything. A couple of them, I don't really pay a lot of attention to Tau lore. I read up on it every now and then, but it's definitely an area that I'm weak in. But you can't read about everything, there's too much, so gotta pick and choose. Yeah, it's a lot to keep up with. Even the most dedicated of fans can't. I mean, they can't know everything. There's no way. And then obviously you also have contradicting lore with all the different authors and stuff as well. So. And then of course all the vagueness. So a lot of the plot holes have to be filled in by the individual's imagination, and that's where some of the disagreements come from as well. Also how you interpret stuff.
You create, I destroy.
Yeah, probably a little lacking on the Eldar as well. I know the gist of the Eldar and the Dark Eldar. Like, I couldn't name all their gods or what have you. I know about the Fall, about Slanesh, War in Heaven, again, because that's associated with the Necrons, who are one of my favorite races. I know about Vect and his control on the on Kimura. Well, man, it's too much to go on about it. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot that I'd miss trying to list everything that I know, but I have the gist of those two factions. And then Imperium Chaos, of course. Like they're the whoops staples of the franchise. Yeah, they do. A lot of retconning in the franchise. Whoops. Because again, it's one of those interpretation things. The author might interpret something different than, you know, another author. Which then leads to more interpretations from the fans, and then it just keeps spreading out from there. But that's what's great about the franchise. You can discuss those disagreements with each other and come to a consensus on what you believe is actually the case. I agree. I do really like Vect. Don't know how to say his first name. Whoops. But yeah, he's a really cool character. And the Harlequins are cool as well. And the whole Black Library with Ahriman. I like that whole storyline. Actually, as much as that, because I'm not a big Thousand Suns guy, I'm a big fan of Ahriman. He's got one of the cooler stories in the game. And the fact that he thinks he's still a Space Marine, or he's not mutated, but he is. Just the icing on the cake. And then Fabius Bile is another really cool character. A lot of really cool characters in a lot of the factions. It's hard to have a favorite one. Logan Grimnar is also cool. One of the few people that can fully sprint and leap in full Terminator armor. He also wields a Cornet-possessed blood axe. Or, not blood axe, just axe. Moloch, the leader of the Minotaurs, is pretty cool. Or Chapter Master of the Minotaurs. Commissar Yark, another really cool character. I go on all day about all the cool characters in 40k. Farsight, one of the few Tau that I know the name of.
I'd like to see you get out of this one alive.
Is that not a potion in here? Whoops. Oh no. Oh, couldn't run through it in time. I'm dead.
I live again.
Eat your food. Don't destroy it.
Whoops. Oh, I've read that one. That sounds like Vect. I also like when the Dark Eldar do side with the Eldar, like when they were fighting the Tyranid fleet above... Was it a craft world or was it a maiden planet that was under attack? Probably maiden planet. Doesn't make sense for the Tyranids to go after a craft world. Maybe there's a craft world defending the maiden planet. I don't remember. Yes, I will play KOTOR on the channel. It is my favorite game of all time, so definitely look forward to that at some point on the channel.
The final hurdle before the path to the first shard lies open.
I've played this campaign so many times, I may as well start speedrunning it. Yeah, well, I don't like the Dark Eldar as a whole. There are a few parts of them I do like. Well, I do like the Dark Eldar. Definitely not my least favorite race in the franchise. That probably goes to the Tau.
I do hope the priests here had better guards. I'd like a challenge this time.
Well, can't even say that because I like the Tau a lot too. Ugh, I don't know. I like the well, shoot. I don't know if I have a least favorite faction in 40k. So they all have, strong points, strong moments, so it's hard to dislike any of them, really. Yeah, and they still are, but they sided with them for, I don't remember the reason why they sided with them. Then what they had to do, because the Dark Eldar had access to some weapon that they couldn't use because they don't use their psychic powers anymore. They can only be triggered by psychic abilities, so the Eldar could use it, but the Dark Eldar could not. Another neat bit about the Eldar is how they can instantly adapt, or immediately adapt. Because they don't necessarily evolve over time, but they can make themselves evolve, like, at the snap of their finger, essentially. Because was it after the fall, the Dark Eldar were immediately able to live off of, souls or pain or whatever it is they live off of? What? That hit me? Not cool, game. Oh, shoot. That dash was poorly timed. Alright, let's go to town here.
I claim my bounty.
Yeah, that's probably the case. They always end up betraying each other anyway. I don't think there's a single alliance that's ever panned out besides the Inari with Gulliman. One of my favorite betrayals was the when the Imperial Guard and the Orcs sided together against the Tyranids. Then, of course, the Orcs betrayed the Imperials. Yeah, okay. It was something like that. That and using psychic abilities drew the attention of Slaanesh, and since they live in the warp, they don't want that either. Since Slaanesh is basically knocking on their door.
This is what
Whoops.
true strength means.
Nope, didn't I guess to knock them that far away.
Well done.
No, no, it's stuck behind the... whatever. This sounds familiar. Did they pose as the Eldar? No, I'm getting that mixed up with fantasy, I think, where the... I'm getting that mixed up with fantasy.
Aha! More for Thor!
Oh, maybe I haven't read it then. Yeah, I think I was getting that mixed up with fantasy, because the War of the Beard was about the Dark Eldar impersonating. Sorry, elves, not Eldar. Whichever. Sorry, I normally have a much better discussion about the lore, but I'm not in my element, because I'm trying to play a game at the same time. And the premise rings a bell, but I don't know if I've actually read the story or not. It's possible that I read an excerpt about it on the internet at some point.
Keep that up and you'll stay alive for just a while longer.
are no match for me.
Yeah, because I pride myself on my 40k knowledge. It's one of the franchises I've sunk a lot of time into, so. I'm definitely not showcasing that knowledge right now. A little self-conscious, that's all. When you put that in quotations, are they only dealing with the ethereals? It's not the ethereals are usually up to no good. They're sketchy cast. Really like this giant form. Oh, okay, that is ringing a bell. I felt kind of bad for the Tau. They're a very naive race. We're caught between several conflicts. I think one of my favorite Dark Eldar stories, well, one, the Brothers of the Snake novel was a good one. But also the one where they get the Raven Guard. Basically, they one second. Basically the one where they sabotage a few Raven Guard Gene Seed.
And the crowd goes wild.
Well, I say the whole shtick though is trusting and working alongside other races. Which usually nets them a lot of trouble, but
I should just smash that.
I would like some more progress in the whole Farsight story. I think it's been a while since they've done anything with that. Yeah, well, the Brotherhood of the Snake, or Brothers of the Snake novel, it was a standalone about that chapter of Space Marines. It was pretty good. Basically a single, I guess it kind of undersells the Dark Eldar though, because it's a single Space Marine that goes and clears a planet of Dark Eldar. But then the other one the Raven Guard, they go and they ambush a group of Dark Eldar on a planet. And then the Dark Eldar come back, and the Raven Guard try the same strategy. And the Dark Eldar are ready for them, and have their own ambush lying in wait. Well, one of the...
Oh, you want another shot at my delicious sword? You'll never catch Thor.
One of the Dark Eldar gets ambushed by a... Shoot, what do they call it? Homunculus. One of the homunculi gets ambushed by a scout sergeant who stabs him through the chest, but since, you know, homunculi rearrange their organs, it doesn't do anything. So the homunculi melts him with his, is it called a toxic glove? I forget what it's called. He touches him with it and it melts him. And then he tastes the gene sample of the Raven Guard, or of the, yeah, of that sergeant. And so instead of killing all the Raven Guard, they capture them and mutate their gene seed instead. So I think it was like 100 years down the line or something. Once the gene seed was a new aspirants, it basically hatched and turned them into these grotesque monsters after the Dark Eldar manipulated the gene seed. Very Dark Eldar-ish story, for sure. Yeah, Farsight is the Tau commander, who basically rebels against the Tau ideals because he learns about the warp and demons. He actually wields a... I don't know if it's an Eldar sword or a demonically possessed sword again. I'm not very up to date on the Tau lore. But yeah, the whole Farsight conclave, him and his commanding group or whatever it's called. I think he can still kill me, so I gotta be a little careful here. Yeah, Brothers of the Snake is one of the novels that I own. It's pretty good.
You are about to die.
Not today, friend. Oh, yep, death got me. I did die.
The champion returns.
A lot of really good standalone novels out there, especially with some of the successor chapters. One of the ones I haven't read, but I really want to, is the Soul Eater's Omnibus.
Treasure.
Also, supposedly coming out with is it a Ravener TV show? Crap! I got stuck. That was scary. Yeah, no, I've heard a lot of good things about it, and I do want to read it. There's a lot of reading I need to catch up on. I've kind of taken a pause on a lot of the reading while I've been in school. But I guess when I'm not in school, I could easily catch up on it. Because once I start doing recreational reading, it's hard for me to start getting back into academic reading, which is what I need to focus on while I'm in school, especially as a history major. Get away from me, Death! But yeah, once I get back, I might start buying audiobooks so I can read it or listen. Well, I'd say listen to them on my way to school, but I only live like 2 minutes away from my university, so don't have a lot of time to listen to that. That's more like 5 minutes, I guess. Yeah, I used to read all the time when I was in the military and in high school. Then, started school, I was like, I can wait.
Come on, fiends of hell! I'll have all your heads for glory.
Crap, can't move. Don't know where I landed there. I just run away. What am I doing? I knew that was gonna happen. I knew I was going down there, but I went down swinging. Sometimes that's all you can do. Suckers.
I claim my bounty. Thor. These undead hordes truly are endless. If I were a lesser man, my arms would begin to tire by now. You are no match for me.
Whoops. No match for me, as they cut me down.
Thor has returned from the grave to slay yet again.
Get rid of that pain in the butt.
Create, I destroy. The smashing of that summoning thing is long overdue.
Keep that up and we'll stay alive for at least a while longer.
It's a nice touch that I can charge through the skeletons and one-shot them, but technically weaker enemies I can't. Because they're skeletons, you know, they're brittle. Nice little touch. Yeah, but I'm having a lot more fun playing with Thor here than the other characters I've played through with so far. Even if it can be harder at times, but I don't mind a good challenge. But did I not just do this one? Crap, come here. Oh, that was close.
I claim my bounty.
We're running away. You never catch me running away. Crap. Except from that guy. In the older iterations of Gauntlet, you used to be able to kill death
Smash the food into tiny pieces.
if you got a halo. They did away with that. Big smash.
Behold, my stomach rumbles.
Yep, I saw that coming. Oh yeah, with those guys? Yeah, no, that wasn't running away. That was something else. Yeah, don't. Oh god. Well, shoot. Yeah, you must be seeing things. You must have been watching a different streamer. Must have been cheating on me with a different YouTuber. And if it looked like I was running away, okay, it wasn't because of me. It was because the classes themselves sometimes took control of my hands, forced me to act out of character. Yeah, I think I already did this level. Oh well, practice makes perfect, right? Unless you get caught by death, then I guess it doesn't matter.
I live at your fear and tremble.
And more gold. I like gold, because I can buy that outfit that I want. Yeah, backpedaling.
Don't destroy food.
Oh, run! Ugh. I have to play through this mission again? Or do I? I don't remember if I did this yet. Chop. Oh, damn. That was scared the heck out of me. I was looking at chat and he was in front of me reaching for me. Oh, man. Yeah, it's really a game I need to practice pausing a little more. Oh, good move. That's fine, they mostly all died anyway.
Warrior is back.
Here, boop. Just die, there we go. See you later, nerds. Or not.
The champion returns.
Whoops. There we go. Alright, screw it. Oh, I couldn't move. Even in giant form, I couldn't get out of that tide. Yeah, melee's a little more challenging. I still don't think it's... I don't know. I feel like I'm doing better with melee than I was with some of the other... classes. Could be mistaken. Definitely feels that way.
I claim my bounty.
Well, it's more fun to play, so even if I'm struggling more, it doesn't matter. Nope, go the wrong way. Go back, go back, go back, go back. Ah, hey, I can't cancel the spin, and then death is popping up right where I started spinning. It's just like with the necromancer summons, how you can't, when you summon them, basically the game decides to spawn something there to take, like, kill all your ads. So the same system is in place for my spin attack. Game, come on now. Get a little tedious, friend. At least I had a spare life there. I suppose it could have been worse. Oh, it is getting pretty bad, not gonna lie.
Treasure.
Wait for death to go away, then I can spin back in. Spun too early! Oh, I made it. Okay, should not have made it, but I'll take it. I should have died right there. The game had mercy on me, it felt bad. There we go. A little bit of brute force goes a long way. And speaking of brute force, anyone ever play that game for the Xbox? I know I really wanted to. I watched a Let's Play of it not long ago. This is a game that I saw the trailer for, and I really, really wanted to play it. Actually, I think the trailer came on my Xbox. It was a four character tactical game. You had like I think his name was Tex. He used like you could dual wield. You had a lizard. Oops, didn't mean to cast that. A lizard person. An alien race. Some sniper that could turn invisible. Stuff like that. Or sorry, the sniper couldn't turn invisible. That was the girl with the sword or the blade or whatever it was. Whoops. Whoops, got hit by the wizard. That's fine. Because I think that that game actually, the trailer for it came on the Xbox, which was, yeah, I think I may have already said that. There's a lot of old games that I wish I would have played back then, but never got the chance to. Alright, to the throne room. This wonderful boss fight. Whoops. Made it minimize.
Impressive, aren't they? The halls of the Sun King's tomb. I didn't expect you to come this far, but I have high hopes for you now.
Well, thanks, man. Well, it took me a few deaths. No big deal. After this fight, I'll probably call it a stream. It's a good stopping point.
Finally, an opponent worthy of Thor. I'll claim your crown as my own.
Actually, you know what? Let's do it this way.
This is what true strength means.
All right. It's okay damage. I could probably haste there and be more effective. Whoops. Wasn't invulnerable anymore. Most part of that, I can ignore the wizard. Well, except for that attack. Whoops. My bad.
Thor has returned from the grave to slay yet again.
I'll just inch myself over here. Yep. Not bad. Whoops.
And the crowd goes wild.
Crap! That's not good. Oh no, I didn't get to him in time.
I should just smash that summoning stone.
This is getting a little tedious. Even more tedious.
The champion returns. The smashing of that summoning thing is long overdue.
So a little annoying. No! Okay, well, shoot. I'm wondering... I'm wondering if the hammer would be better here to knock everybody back. Probably not.
This is what true strength means.
Come on. Can't move, can't move, can't move, can't move. Got pinned against the wall between both those guys I can't dash through.
Warrior, you live again.
smash that summoning stone.
What? That was dumb. Like, my whirlwind is heading towards a. I don't have time for this, man.
I would give all my gold for a stick of board.
What the heck just... Oh, I ran into him. Okay. Oh, I got it. Nuisance. Whoops. Turn on my controller. Or turn on my controller lights, I guess. That's right, I've got one of those green light-up controllers for my PC. Alright, one more turn, right? Right here? I was dashing. I was dashing. Should not have got me.
Gloria is back.
I refuse to believe that he did. Oh, my ear itches. I like how he stops his own dudes too, because I don't have to worry about them as much. Can't move. Oh boy.
The smashing of that summoning thing is long overdue. create, I destroy.
Imagine how much easier this boss fight would be with 2 players.
Thor has returned from the grave to slay yet again.
A little annoyed that whenever I die, that's when he decides he wants to. Leave me alone, jerk. That's when he wants to bring in more towers. Oh gosh.
You are no match for me.
I got an extra life. That's all I needed. Farming for lives. Heck yeah.
I should have smashed that summoning stone.
Sucker. Nothing compared to me. Well, me something. He beat me, what, twice there? Was it 3rd time was the charm, or was it 4th time? Not bad, though. I am happy with my results. I've done far worse with other classes.
Thor claims the first shard. The crowd goes wild, and no one is surprised.
Yeah, victory through perseverance. And I have enough to buy my new outfit. There we go. So I think...
Warrior.
So I think this is the helmet that goes with this outfit. I don't care for that helmet as much. The lore usually tells you, so this is called the Champion's Mantle. But the Champion's stuff is this and this. Or no, this and this. Actually doesn't look bad with it. I think this is the helmet that's supposed to go with it. I don't really care for the worm helmets, but they look pretty good with the outfit. I'll rock that. Doesn't look bad. Yeah, let's do the next, I need to show off my new outfit. So we'll do one more.
These caves are decorated with the bones of fools past. Will you be joining them soon?
Yeah, probably.
An underground tunnel. There have to be giant spiders down here, or I'm going to be really disappointed. What's this? Dwarves? Where are the spiders?
Oh, these are dwarves? I thought they were orcs or goblins. Here, I was thinking the game didn't have any dwarves in it.
I've not seen such bravery.
Yep, and I love me some Alexander the Great, so it all works out. Actually, I really don't like Alexander the Great's helmet itself. It looks a little goofy, but he's a pretty cool dude. Did a lot for the modern world through the Hellenistic era. He was basically the one who ushered it in. It's the first practicer of hegemony, if I'm not mistaken. At least on an empire level. Might as well top off. Yeah, plus a splash of red, and that's a nice change of pace on the model itself. Yeah, whatever. That's what you call bulldogging. Bulldogging is when you get really aggressive and basically keep shoving the enemy or your opponent so they can't respond. Oftentimes you see people like, I think it's best to use with a knife because you keep pushing towards your enemy while also using one arm to push on their shoulders interchangeably. So they can't regain their balance and do anything while you have like a knife in the other hand and you're stabbing them. One of the few techniques I remember from martial arts. The movie was okay. I don't know if I like Colin Farrell as the actor.
Orc warriors.
He's not who I would have picked, but
Your blood will paint these cavernous halls.
whoops. Oh, I can't stagger both of them. Well, that's not good.
My stomach rumbles.
The movie wasn't bad though. It portrayed a lot of it. It skipped so many important battles though. That's probably my biggest grievance with the movie is how much it skipped around. But I mean, it's already a long movie, so I mean, I understand why there was so much cut content. But I mean, come on. Now I think they should do a to do it justice. They should do like a mini series or a full blown series on a streaming service. Cause I'd watch the heck out of that. I tried watching The Tudors on Netflix, but man, like the actor they had portray Henry VIII just doesn't look anything like him. I can't take it seriously. I watched quite a bit of it because I took Tudor England in my last semester. I was like, okay, I'll watch The Tudors, you know, see what it's all about. But ugh, the actor was not a good choice.
You create, I destroy. And the crowd goes wild. This is what true strength means.
But I mean, for a casual audience, I think the Alexander the Great movie is really, really good. As someone who hasn't written several papers on him. It was a good movie. Yeah, I'm really happy with how my warrior looks now. I knew it! I knew enemies came down this hallway. This is my first rodeo. Yeah, I've been meaning to watch that. Also, I haven't seen, shoot, is it called 1907? The World War I film? I would have seen it for free through my, history... club or whatever at school, but... we went into quarantine instead, so I missed out. We did go see Jojo Rabbit, though, for free. That was nice. I enjoyed Jojo Rabbit. I mean, Taika Waititi is my favorite director currently, so... 1917, okay, that makes more sense. I don't know why I said 1907. World War I wasn't in effect in 1907. I knew there was a 7 in it, though. That's all that matters. They will say my World War I history is a little rusty. I think most people's probably is. Most people know World War II. That's right, I was gonna call it a stream. Oh well. You know what? I'm having fun. You can't put a time on fun.
You are no match for me.
Poor little turkey, just an innocent bystander killed in cold blood.
This is what true strength means.
Keep that up and you'll stay alive for at least a while longer.
You create, I destroy. The smashing of that summoning thing is long overdue.
An amazing feat for a mortal.
Oh, that went really well. I'm really glad I saved up for the LB that I have, the More of Thor, where he turns large. It's really, really useful, because it makes him invulnerable. It's basically an instant cast. He can't be hit while he's casting it, like some of the other abilities. And it's also the most expensive relic you could buy. That's why I saved up for it. I was like, oh, it has to be good if it's 100,000 gold. Alright, let me look through my stuff. I want to see if there's anything more than 100,000. Yeah, I don't like the way that looks.
Valkyrie.
Okay, well that's 100,000. Summon 3 Valkyries to fight for you. Are they all 100,000 for the
Wizard.
No, his is all 30,000. And I already bought this one, so I don't remember.
Necromancer.
I already bought this one, but this one isn't 100,000 for sure. Oh, this one is, though. Okay, so maybe they all are 100,000. Yeah, I'm just in here having a good time, man. Heck, I might even play one more. Actually, you know what? Let's see if I can find a game to play. We'll do Endless, I guess. Favorite historical event era? Again, Alexander the Great is my favorite historical figure, so probably that whole era, where Macedonia ruled over Greece and expanded to India. Big fan of Romans and Greek, of course. Some periods of Russian history I like. Mongolian history. English, Britain, you know, a lot of European history I like. I do like South American history, but I don't have any classes. I think there is a class for it at my university, but it's only offered like once every 2 years or something. What sort of pizza did you get, Sith Morak? But yeah, I mean, there's not a lot of history I don't like. I enjoy learning about all history, but I write most of my... If I get to pick a topic, it's usually Alexander the Great or some sort of Roman. Yeah, Hannibal's pretty neat. Poor Carthage got done dirty, though. The Romans were not nice people. So it was like, what, the third and final attack on Carthage was completely unprovoked. And they raised it to the ground. They completely destroyed Carthage the third time and forced everyone else to move elsewhere. All the Carthaginians. We got taco pizza. Yeah, South American history, I only really know most of it. I know from like we covered a little bit pre-Conquistador era, but most of it is covered through the Conquistador and forward. Yeah, most of my ancient Egypt knowledge comes from Roman and Alexander. That's fair. Yeah, Rome doesn't do well with well, because once it became an empire, they started focusing more on what was I doing? Yeah, I'll play with the Valkyrie a little bit, since I'm having fun.
Welcome.
Well, let's see what she says at the beginning, actually.
Welcome, Valkyrie.
And then, Egypt got done really dirty by Octavius when he took over.
Welcome. I am Morak, the only wizard powerful enough to have summoned the Gauntlet. This astral manifestation of my powers is a trial where only the strongest will prevail. Find the 3 lost shards of Tirfing and bring them to me, and I will grant you power and riches unimaginable. No one has ever managed to acquire all the shards. I don't expect you to make it, but go on, amuse me.
With that power in my hands, nothing could stand in the way of my vengeance.
Yeah, so Octavius, he went and basically raided Egypt, and all of Egypt's wealth, normally it'd be distributed partially to the state, or whatever, to Rome itself, but he took all of the wealth for himself. Literally the entire treasury of Egypt went into Octavius's pocket. And he was worth a lot of money. Because money is power. Yeah, I like the US Civil War as well. It helps that I also grew up in an area where the Civil War history is pretty prominent. Whoops. Also got into the Civil War history because I've got some pretty... Alright, yeah. Actually, you know what? I don't know if I even want to talk about that.
This could
It just makes me mad. But, yeah. Civil War history is pretty fun. A lot of... Also, another subject I'd like to get into is, like, Chinese history. Again, not something that's usually covered in colleges. At least not in the college I'm going to. Which has a pretty solid history program, so... I kind of feel like once you get to the Valkyrie, she's going to be a solid hero. But she's definitely going to take some practice. Yeah, and that's why I want to learn more about it. Now, granted, I can read most of it online, so like I don't need a class to tell me, but... Who's going to test me on my knowledge, then? Make sure that I got it all right. So I was having a I was talking to Mrs. Bring It Down the other day, and something that makes me mad is that, like, there's this belief... Oh, crap. Didn't mean to do that. That seems to...
This seems valuable.
There's a belief that experts... are people that... Whoops. Yes. I do love mythology. I'm not good with all of it. I'm pretty good with Greek mythology. Really good with the Norse mythology. Indian mythology really interests me. As does Native American mythology. Anyway, what I was saying about experts is how there's this, like, belief that's permeating in a lot of areas in the United States especially, where people believe that experts are these people that know everything off the top of their heads. That's not what an expert is. An expert is someone who knows where to find the information. Yeah, I mean, they probably know some of it off the top of their heads, but That's not what an expert is. Even when because I was considered an expert on the aircraft that I worked on. I was a CDI. And it's not because I knew everything off the top of my head. I knew where to go to find what I needed to do my job, you know? That's what an expert is. It's someone who can find you the information. Not someone that just knows all the information. And so these people get called out all the time because it's an expert, and yeah, they don't know it off the top of their head. And so they're like, oh, you're not an expert. But they are, because they know where they need to go to find the information. I just like the stories, honestly. I like all the old stories of all the old gods and heroes. Also, interesting tidbit. Usually, in a lot of modern media, it's Perseus who is described or showcased as the one who rode the Pegasus. That's incorrect. It was not Perseus. It was Bellerophon, I think is his name. He actually has a really cool story if you're interested. Bellerophon is... He's a tough cookie. We'll give him that. Because he actually rode the Pegasus to Mount Olympus and made Zeus a little mad because he was so cocky. Evening, Mepis. Welcome to the stream, man. Glad you made it. I almost ended the stream a little earlier, but I was having fun, so I kept on playing. I know the name of the stream is Thick-Thighed Thor, but I want to play the Valkyrie a little bit before I ended the stream. Yeah, I know, it's Clash of the Titans' fault, but a lot of people take that. And then Hercules also. Hercules had Hercules riding the Pegasus instead of Bellerophon. Yeah, or from history memes. Man, a lot of people get too much information from movies and television as a whole. They don't do research themselves, or they get it from headlines. They don't read the articles themselves. Lazy research. I'm guilty of it too. Sometimes I just read the headline and it's like, whatever, I'm not going to read into it anymore. But I don't go around telling people that's, that's fact.
The bigger they are, the harder they fall. A Valkyrie's aim is true.
I have not wrapped up the game with Thor. I just beat the first major boss, the first act with him. Whoops, missed. Huh, I don't think I've ever heard of that one. I'm not really into manga or anime as much as I used to be. back, and I was into like some of the older stuff, like Yu Hakusho, Rurouni Kenshin, Gundam Seed, the original Berserk, the original Gundam as well, not just Seed, Cowboy Bebop. That's the only modern anime I was into. I watched One Piece back when it first came out, up into the Marineford arc. And then, I mean, obviously Dragon Ball Z. And I did watch Dragon Ball Super when it came out. There's not a lot of, whoops, what am I doing? Weaver down.
Welcome, Valkyrie.
We can afford to upgrade that.
Warrior.
Yeah, let's keep going. Just a little bit longer. Because I'm still having fun. Oh, already did this one. Oh well. It's still money. I never got into DBZ Abridged. I think I watched a couple of them. I thought they were pretty funny, but I never kept watching them.
And the crowd goes wild.
But yeah, I try. Like I keep getting recommended a bunch of anime because I watched Dragon Ball Super on YouTube, which was my mistake. 'Cause now the algorithm thinks I want to watch nothing but anime, and I've watched a couple of clips from some of them. I don't get them. Like, there's an anime where they play volleyball, so I don't want to watch this. Versus Jack the Ripper. I like how that's thrown in at the end there. Yeah, and that's one of the reasons why I got into anime is because I liked all the action. That's why I started watching Naruto when it came out. I was like, yeah, ninjas fighting, that sounds cool. And I stopped watching it soon after because it was nothing but flashbacks and not a lot of fighting. I think that's one of the worst anime to ever have been given airtime. I like Indian Gods. It's actually one of the major appeals why I got into Smite back when it was in beta. Because again, it was all the mythological gods and deities and whatnot. Now they've got Cthulhu in the game, which is pretty cool. Ninja Scroll and All Dead in Shimoto. Are those other animes or mangas? So I used to buy Shonen Jump. Actually, I had the first Shonen Jumps to have published One Piece. I think Naruto as well. I don't have them anymore. Alright, one of them doesn't care about the, My bad. Let's go this way. Alright, hey. Hey. Chill out, buddy. Yeah, I did at some point go back and watch some of the Naruto fights, because some of them are really good, but I just don't want to sit through all those stupid flashbacks. That was a while ago. Yeah, I've never even heard of Ninja Scroll, so can't have watched it if I don't know what it is. Yeah, well, that could be the argument for a few of the gods, I guess, but I mean, it's just balancing reasons. Like, that's something that it's one of my pet peeves, because I've seen people. So there's a game called like Cthulhu Saves the World and stuff, and people criticize the game because like Cthulhu is supposed to be unstoppable. You know, he's like the ultimate power. Yeah, but not in the game that they made. You know, like. I don't know. You can't apply your version of something to someone else's version of something.
You create, I destroy.
Keep that up and you'll stay alive for at least a while longer.
It's like if people's creativity doesn't match someone else's creative version of something, they get mad about it. I can't stand that. Why don't be such a Nancy? I mean, I'll look into it. But yeah, I know that's the point of Cthulhu, but in one universe, yeah. But in another universe, he doesn't have to, you know, have that auto-win function. Because the Cthulhu that's in a certain game isn't the Cthulhu that exists in the books, or, you know, whatever the case may be. Well, because the game isn't designed around, like, you know, the esoteric lore of Cthulhu. It's designed around gods fighting each other. Yeah, this is the hill I'll die on. I think people need to be a little bit relaxed in their interpretations of stuff so that people can make new stuff. Now, yeah, if I was playing Call of Cthulhu and Cthulhu showed up and I could, you know, punch him in the face and win, then yeah, that goes against the essence of that game. But in Smite, it's literally, you know, gods fighting gods. There's a lot of gods in Smite that should auto-win. Like, or Ra and Zeus. Come on now. I mean, maybe not against each other. Was it Olaroon, who is another extremely powerful god that they added? No, he already ate. It is past his dinner time. He ate an hour and like 15 minutes ago. Hour and 12 minutes ago. Yeah, I can see that too, Mepis. I don't have a counter argument for that. But like, if you have an idea for something, like, well, Smite. I mean, the whole premise is using gods that already exist in lore and applying it to, you know, the game. So they can't come up with their own stuff because that defeats the premise of the game. Now, do they have to add Cthulhu? No. But, why not?
You create, I destroy.
An amazing feat.
No match for me. This is what true strength means.
Honestly, I don't think it's them ignoring stuff. They just wanted to add... I mean, yeah, they're just adding gods to keep the game alive, of course. They're going to keep adding new content, but, I don't think their intention was to ever slight Cthulhu for what he is. I mean, at the end of the day, he's not real, so people can kind of do whatever they want with him. If I wanted to make a game where you fought Cthulhu's as trash mobs, I could. Like, it's what they want to do with their game, with the franchise. I mean, if it's not copyrighted, then, you know, let them do what they want. If you don't want to play it, you don't got to play it. That's my take on it. Because not everything's for everybody. And if you disagree with how the game is, you know, portraying something, well, you don't gotta play it.
You are no match for me.
Because, I mean, in the same game, they make, you know, Hebo into an ice cream cone. So, like, they made, was it Bastet has that stupid kawaii skin?
I knew it. I have a good feeling about this.
At the end of the day, it's just a game that's meant to be fun. Well, yeah, he's just released. All the new gods or champions, whatever game you're playing, like any MOBA, the new champion's going to be OP so that people buy him. That's just the way it works. And then they'll tune him down. Yeah. Like, fan fiction is no different than, you know, a game. Oh, I don't even know where I'm at. Lost track of my character.
Tiny pieces.
Well, I didn't mean to.
You create, I destroy.
Ah, I couldn't get away from him. Oh, was it? I don't know who was released before Cthulhu, so... But the intention of it is supposed to be, you know, overpowered so it appeals to more players, so they're more likely to either get back into the game or buy the god. Because that's how League did it. Now, League did have, you know, weak releases before. But for the most part, they were, you know, a little busted, so people would buy the champion or god. Yeah, how'd that go? I know you went to go play it when he came out, but I didn't, I don't keep up with that game, so... I see news for it every now and then, but I don't actively seek it out. I mean, how much different can they make the playstyle, though? Because the game's built around a specific formula. But I don't know enough about the game to, you know, have an educated opinion on the matter. Just from what I've seen.
You are no match for me.
That's a good way to wrap up what I was saying earlier about Cthulhu, is I'm not going to bash on someone for making a game or some other franchise, because their version of something doesn't match up with the way that I see it, or the way that I envision it. Because if that was the case, I couldn't read Warhammer 40k, because a lot of my favorite characters get butchered all the time. Look at Perturabo and all the different authors that wrote for him. Oh, Baba Yaga? I feel like she's one of those gods that has a high skill cap. It's funny that we're talking about it because I just recently got back into Smite. Well, a little bit. My buddy got me back into it. I play with him. I'm not that into the game because I don't like multiplayer games. Yeah, but I think their hands are tied with what all they can do with it. A lot of multiplayer games back themselves into a corner like that. Really, not through fault of not through any fault of their own. It's just the nature of the beast. Didn't mean to open that one up.
I claim my bounty.
You jerk.
True
I think we waste keys. I have not. I'm not a big fan of rogues, or really any dexterity classes. I know I played through the Adori Swordlord, but that's because it has a cool aesthetic, and it's a class that I think should have been in the game from the get-go. Whoops. But I might use a rogue when I start streaming Beneath the Stolen Lands. At least for one of the characters, not for very many. Yeah, I just don't really care for rogues. Mostly because there's not a lot of games that portray rogues in a very endearing light, so I try to avoid them if I can. Like, the only rogues I think I've liked are Liliana from Dragon Age and Varric from Dragon Age. I guess Jan Jansen from Baldur's Gate 2. Unchained Rogue. I like monks. I do like monks a lot. They used to be one of my favorite classes.
I claim my bounty.
Yeah, I was really excited for it because it came out like on the hype of Dishonored. And I have it. I own it. I haven't played it yet. Again, one of those games that I'm waiting for to do a Let's Play of. But I think it was just overall disappointment. Like, it doesn't live up to its predecessors. Was my takeaway. Because its predecessors are very good games. And if you haven't played the original Thieves, I highly recommend it. They're usually pretty cheap on Steam, so I think you can buy like the whole trilogy in one bundle. So if you haven't, I recommend it. Yeah. I don't know why the developers try to... Like, they have a formula that works, and they're like, ah, screw it. We'll just wing it and see what happens. Like, why? People like the franchise for a reason. Just stick with what people like. I think they're trying to make it too much like Dishonored, and it didn't pan out the way they had hoped. I mean, I'm going to play through it on the channel at some point, along with the other Thieves. Because I own it, so I may as well play it. What?
I claim my bounty.
Oh, thanks, Sith Morak. Yeah, well, take care. Glad you stopped by. That's all good. I mean, I'll probably enjoy it as well, but compared to the originals, I might not like it as much. Which is another... I try not to compare games to other games, even if it is supposed to be like a reemergence of a franchise. Because it's really not fair to the game itself. Because it's its own entity. I try not to compare games to other games, like... But sometimes it's hard. Hard not to. Well, I have 2 keys. Is there a key in that one? I don't see one. Well, too late now. If I find one, I guess I can get in there. Come on, Queen Bee. Yeah. That ability is easy mode. And stacked with the boots. Oh man, it's just, it is a nasty combo. What's up, fellas? Goodbye, fellows. Alright, can I afford anything else? So I'm wondering about Demonic Cleave and Call to War. See, I don't care about Call to War and single player. But I kind of want to try out Demonic Cleave. So let's do this real quick. I don't know what it does. Alright, one last dungeon, then I'm going to call it a night.
You're making
Of course it's a dark dungeon.
But who knows what horrors lurk in the darkness down there?
Ah, darkness. Just like fighting in the pit.
Thought I missed the path. Alright, what do we got over here? I just like throw it out? Oh, okay. I see. Well, I figured it out.
The champion returns.
I can't move. I can't get out. Well, that didn't last long. Okay. I don't really like Demonic Cleave. It might be useful. It's a ranged attack, right? Let me try it somewhere easier. It has a very short cooldown. I feel like it doesn't go as well with my current build. With the giant mode and all that jazz. I feel like Whirlwind goes much better with the boots, and again, and see, yeah, I can't talk. The increased size. Because the increased size with more of Thor increases the range of the Whirlwind. It's got such a weird range on it. I can't imagine what build that'd be good for. Also, something I've been meaning to tell people, if you comment on my YouTube videos, it's been very inconsistent lately. I haven't been notified of like 90% of my comments. So I have to go through and actually dig through the YouTube studio to find all the comments. Except for the 1 or 2 people that I don't have to do that for. And it's not like consistently the same people either. Like, people might comment on one and it works, then the next one it doesn't. So I don't know what's going on with YouTube, just very inconsistent servers lately. Which I don't blame them, it's probably other things. Like, quarantine. It does a fair bit of damage though, and I guess on that short of a cooldown, it might be okay, but not for my current build. I'm trying to think what magic ability would be better with that. What, for the YouTube comments? Well, thanks, man. I do go out of my way. I read every comment and respond to everyone as meaningfully as I can. So like, it's part of the reason I have the channels that talk about games and all that jazz, so. It's just YouTube's making me responding to people a little harder than it needs to be. But again, it's not their fault. It's not like they're intentionally making it harder. It's just... At least I don't think they're intentionally doing it. They might be. You never know. Corporations are weird. Honestly, there's some days it is hard to keep up with a lot of the comments. Every once in a while I get an influx of commenters, which is a good thing. I'm not complaining, but it's good to be busy. I always feel bad though, because sometimes I don't get to like a comment until like 12 hours later, because I'll have the means just to keep go through the YouTube studio at all hours. Yeah, I've been surprised. I haven't got a lot of like vitriolic comments in a while either. It's been a few months at least. Which sucks because I'd plan on doing a segment on my channel updates for, like, you know, funny and mean comments, but I haven't gotten any, so I can't do that segment. Again, not that it's a bad thing. I mean, it's a testament to the people that watch my stuff. Again, they're mostly in my age bracket anyway, so it's usually younger people that are a little more hateful. My channel also doesn't encourage hateful or like boisterous comments. Alright, I think that's going to do it for tonight. Which acts be best for this? I like this one. Let's get my helmets one more time. The bronze one is okay. I think if I get the cape with the gold on it, this will look better. Because there's a cape. Yeah, the gold doesn't match. That's irritating. It's like yellow, not gold. That is a little disappointing. Oh, actually, hold on. Alright, yeah, she does have that cape. Perfect.
Elf. Necromancer.
Yeah, I think that's her best cape as well for now, unless I find a better one. Yeah, the white looks good on her, because she has the white accents on her armor already. Alright, that's going to do it for tonight. Thanks everybody for coming by, and thanks for the lovely conversations once again. I hope to see you guys in the next one, and I hope you guys have a good rest of your day or night, and take care. Whoops. Oh no, where's it at? There it is. Alright, end stream.